everybody, it's Dr. Carmen Bryant, and this is my YouTube channel, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Those of you that are watching via Instagram, you're getting the short little brief clip. Please join me on YouTube and subscribe to my channel, Dr. Carmen Bryant, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse, and make sure you watch the whole video. And so those of you that are new subscribers, thank you guys so much for joining me, and thank you guys. We have Greece in the house. Thank you guys so much for being here. So today, and Brazil, I meant to say Brazil. So today I wanted to talk about the idealization phase. The idealization phase is a part of the love bombing phase. And those of you that know in idealization, let's look at the definition. So let's go to the definition first so you'll understand what the term idealization means. Give you guys a good understanding. So to idealize means to think of or represent someone or something as perfect. When the narcissist has watched you, has determined that you will be, or in their mind, that you will be the next source of supply, because they have to test the waters. They have targeted you, they have studied you, they have watched you, and now they're making moves. You know, now they're communicating with you. They're starting that love bombing. You know, you've given them a chance. They're starting that love bombing. Well, in that love bombing stage comes, they look at you prior to even meeting you. They have put you on a pedestal. You are the most perfect person they have ever met. And so I also will be reading off of psychopathfree.com, and their articles is called The Manipulator, 6 Steps to Idealization. And I did not find the author on here. So it is psychopathfree.com. And though on here they're talking about a psychopath relationship or psychopathic relationship, we're talking about the narcissist, who could have the same traits as a psychopath anyway, because they can be antisocial personality disorder, which is a combination. Now the new DSM is a combination of psychopath or sociopath, or sociopaths mixed together. And so, but we are referring to the narcissist, but the characteristics are what we're talking about here. We're going to be referring to the narcissist, okay? And so keep in mind that when they've targeted you, they've already idolized you. You are the perfect candidate. You are the perfect person. You're the most beautiful person they have ever met. And you may even hear them say, I have never met anybody like you, honey. I know you're right. And that is true. They've never met anybody like you. You are unique all by yourself. But to them, you know, the terms that they're using is, I've never met anybody like you. You know, and then they're very superficial at the you pay attention to the superficial compliments, okay? You're so beautiful. You're so light-skinned. Your eyes are so pretty. Your hair is so curly. I love blonde hair, and oh my gosh, your hair is good. Your hair is thick. I've always wanted a man who had a 6-figure income. I've always wanted a man that was a self-made millionaire. I always wanted a woman that was self-sufficient and had her own business. I always wanted a man that, you know, had luxury cars, or, you know, simple things that slip out of their mouth. But if you listen to them, they're very superficial with what they're saying. Everything is about the looks, and you make me feel, and you make me feel, and you make me feel. It's all about how they feel. And you know, I've always wanted to date. I've always dreamt of being with someone like you. Well, the someone like you, in their mind, they've created this perfect person that doesn't exist. So every new supply becomes that perfect person in their mind. But you have to remember that as soon as they connect with you, they begin to devalue you anyway. They begin, and I said it in another video, you can notice that, you know, what do you like to eat? In the beginning is, where would you like to eat? You know, and they go eat somewhere. But then you'll notice that maybe, you know, try this right here. Well, I don't eat that. You know, well, just try it anyway. Try it for me and just see if you like it. Have you ever tasted it? No, but I know as a kid, but now you're an adult. Won't you try it? You see those little subtle crossing of boundaries that you don't pick up on, like, oh, you know, he's just like that, you know, but you dismiss those little red flags, you know. But at the same time, and on here it says, some of the, and this is not just, you know, it's not limited to these 6, but here is something that you'll hear them saying in that stage while I remember, you're put on a pedestal. You're the most perfect person I've ever met. You smell so good. You know, I've never met a person like you. I've never felt this way before. So here you're thinking that he or she has never met anyone like me, and they're really truly in love, and they stare at you and they admire you, and And remember, I did a video, and I can't recall which one I did, but they're staring at you because they're studying you. Remember, they mirror everything that you do. They mirror everything that you say in order to look like you. But you'll notice that they're always staring at you, and it's like, oh, he admires me, or oh, she thinks, you know, I've never had anybody just admire me like that. And they stare at me, and they go to sleep, and they're watching you, and they're not watching you, honey. They're studying you. They're studying your facial expressions. They're studying the way you talk, because it's not, they idealize you because that is what they want to be. That's what they want to have. And so they're studying you to figure out, how can I have this? How can I do this? That's just like saying, you know, I want to be just like you. You can't be just like me. I'm me and you're you. I want to look like you. You can't look just like me. It doesn't matter what you do. You'll never look. You can dress like me. You can try to talk like me. You can do your hair like me, but you'll never be me. In their minds, they don't register that. They're staring at you, not because they're in love and they have these little hearts in their eyes, and most people confuse that, because that's that love bombing, that idealization phase that feels so good. And people that have holes in their hearts, people that have, you know, broken hearts. Let me get something to put the camera up. I don't want to look down at you guys. All right. Let's put the camera up a little bit. I don't want to look down at you guys. Okay. I think that's a little better. Anyway, but, you know, they put you on this pedestal, and you are this perfect person, and you know, when you have a person that has a broken heart, many of you come from families that had narcissist parents. You come from toxic families. You come from broken families. Sorry about that, guys. You come from broken families. You've been in narcissistic relationships, and the thing you keep saying is, I don't understand why I keep getting the same type of people. You know, you're the common denominator in that. Common denominator in that equation. You keep getting the same type of people because you haven't changed. Once you change, and once you heal, and once you learn, you won't be attracted to the same type of people. And then you become a force to be reckoned with dealing with a narcissist, because you recognize the behavior. You're not going to be drawn into it, and then you have memory. You remember what happened last time. You know, you become, but sometimes, it's sad to say this, but you know I'm going to keep it real. You know, Auntie gonna keep it real. Dr. C's gonna keep it real. But sometimes you're gonna have to bump your head hard enough, or bump your head enough to figure out, okay, this is not working. I keep getting the same type of person. Sometimes it takes enough pain to make you say, okay, I need to be more aware of myself. What is in me that keeps drawing the same type of people? Some of you guys are more concerned with me telling you how to date and what to look for, and you haven't gone through that process of healing yet. And one thing I want to tell you guys, because I encourage you guys to make videos, I encourage you guys to talk about it, but you cannot make a video or start teaching people about narcissism if you yourself have not healed first. I did not make videos when I was still in my process of healing. I did not get on, because you will be triggered. Everybody that's on your YouTube channel is not a survivor. Some of them are narcissists. Some of the people that come on are just blatantly rude. And then some of the people that come on are narcissists hunting for prey. And if you still have those wounds, and you're making videos because you're trying to get back at the narcissist. You're making videos because you're trying to show the narcissist, look, you know, I've healed, and look, I'm talking about it now, and I'm talking about you. And some of you guys spew out all your pain, so we all know who you're talking about and what you're talking about, and we know where you're at. You know, it's not time to make a video when you are still in the process of healing. It takes time to heal. Don't try to jump in a relationship. Don't try to make videos if you're not there yet. These videos will trigger you when you're making them. These videos will trigger you when people comment. So you cannot get on there and start making videos when you are open and still hurting. But at the same time, I wanted to say that to say this. Narcissists will catch you on video, catch you on camera, and you become a superstar in their eyes because you're something that they can't get to, or it's a challenge in their mind that I'm going to get to that person that's on the other end of that camera. You know, you look like you have strength. You look like you have knowledge. You literally become a moving target. And if you are not healed yet, you becoming a moving target. You have people, you know, that, listen, they'll email you all night. They'll inbox you all night. They'll have conversations with you as if you're actually on Messenger. you're so wonderful, you're so great, you're so wonderful, we have so much in common. Red flag. I need to talk to you. It's an emergency. Call me right now. They send some people are hurt. Don't get me wrong. Some people are hurt and they find comfort in the videos, but you don't even know what you're dealing with because you haven't healed yourself. And so people will idealize you even behind the camera. So idealization, you become this perfect person, this wonderful, perfect person to them in their eyes. They'll say, and I've heard people say this on my YouTube channel, inbox me. I'm sorry, I have food in my mouth, but inbox me and say, we have so much in common. We're just alike. You remind me of me. You look just like me. Everyone say we look just alike. You and I have the same demeanor. You and I talk just alike. You and I have the same interest. So listen, that right there is red flags. And behind this camera, people send me messages like that too. Red flag. So in the idealization stage, that's what you'll hear. You have to remember that as they get to know you, you will just learn to, because the representative is out. You're going to try to look good, smell good, be on your best behavior, be courteous, be nice. And eventually, as you get used to someone, their mask is slipping, but you're in your comfort zone. And so they begin to see that you're not perfect the way that they imagine you in their head. No one can live up to an image that's in your head. Nobody can live up to an image that's in somebody else's head because people are not perfect and you did not tell me that's how you saw me. And so you can't expect me to live up to what I can't see and that I'm not. You're going to have to accept me for who I am. A narcissist cannot handle that because you have destroyed the way that they saw you. And so now I'm going to devalue you because you're not as perfect as I thought you were. You actually wake up in the morning with no makeup on. You actually stink. You actually chew with your mouth open. You actually snore at night. Your feet actually stink. Your hair is actually not that long. When you took that wig off, your hair was this short. Gentlemen, go take her to a pool. Take her swimming so you know what she really looks like. Go look at her mom and her dad so you know what she looked like when she get older. Ladies, go look at his family. See what dad looked like. If he looked like a little potbelly troll, that's probably what he's going to look like eventually. Sidebar, sorry about that. But eventually, and then as you get older, you're aging. In their mind, you should never age. You should never get old. When you have kids, you should never gain weight. You should never get wrinkles. You should never have pain. Some of you guys have been through surgery. Some of you guys have been in the relationship where you've gotten sick. So you're not this perfect person that they imagine in their head. And so that was an example. So let's look. So you'll hear them say things like, we see the world the same way. We have the same sense of humor. We're both so empathetic. You're constantly helping out your family and friends just like me. You're perfect. We're perfect for each other because we're just alike. That's scary. You don't want someone that's just like you. I don't want somebody that's just like me. I know me. Let's look. Let's see. Normal people have differences. It's what makes life interesting. But psychopaths or narcissists can skip this complication because they don't have an identity. They do not have a sense of self. They don't have life experience that shape their needs, insecurities, and fantasies. Instead, they steal yours. And we've talked about this. Like a chameleon, they transform, or the shapeshifter, they transform every part of their personality to become your perfect match because they're listening to you, they're studying you. So when they look like they have stars in the eyes and they're just staring at you, they're not staring at you because they're so in love and you're so beautiful, but that's how you feel because that's what you need. But they're staring at you because they're trying to figure you out. They're trying to look at everything about you, and you'll see them, later on if they change supply and everything, you can see your own personality on them because they have studied you so much that they take upon your personality. They don't have their own identity. We have the same, so you hear them say we have the same hopes and dreams. They'll consume your present life, but they will also take over your future. In order to raise the stakes in the relationship, they will make many long-term promises. So those future faking, I did a video on that. This ensures that you are highly invested in the relationship. After all, who wants to stick around for a romance that has no potential future? So they got to lie to you, that future faking. They're giving you hope. They're giving you something to look forward to, but they never have an intention to follow through with what they say in the first place. They're just saying that because they know what you want to hear. Let's see. They take this step further, quickly discussing major life events like marriage and moving in together, and it could be within the first few weeks that you meet them or the first few days that you meet them. They move quick. Remember I said in another video, they move quick. They move really, really fast because they're trying to lock you down. These are decisions that typically take years in healthy relationship. Takes time, but you don't need all that time. Not in their mind. You already know you'll be spending the rest of your life with them. If you've always dreamed of family and kids, they will fit that role perfectly. If you want to start a business, they will be your right-hand man or woman. If you're in a happy marriage, they will have a plan ready to replace your spouse. You will notice that these plans always seem to involve some sort of sacrifice on your end, but not theirs. Let me tell you another thing too. Another thing that a narcissist will do is once they get you, in order to keep you, they cannot communicate their needs to you. And so they already know what they're like. They already know what their past relationship, I got lipstick all over my fingers, sorry about that. But they already know what they are and how other people have left them before. And they know what they're like. Because they've been told what they were like. Now, whether they accept it or not didn't matter, but they know what they're like. And so what they do is they move really fast before you discover what they're really like. And so in that idealization phase, you're flabbergasted and you're on cloud 9, and they move really fast. They may have already spotted what they want. And I always use money because that's like one of the biggest things, money, for example. And so what they'll do is they'll lock you into big investments. They'll lock you into these really big investments and making it hard for you to leave, making it hard for you to get up. They'll invest in these major businesses or big home purchases and car purchases and property purchases. So it makes it complicated for you to leave them. And a lot of times these are the cerebral narcissists to know how to lock you down because they know how they are. And the somatic ones that know, the ones that are somatic and cerebral and somatic, the ones that know they cheat, they know that's the habit. They know what they're going to do. They're cheating before they even get with you. They're cheating while they're with you. Everything is all lovely, and they focus all their attention on you as the primary source of supply in order to lock you down. Once they've locked you down and they feel secure, they just go back to doing, but they've never disconnected from the other sources of supply. You were just the one to prove that you were able to take the most pain. And so they've already inflicted in the dating, they've already tested the waters to see if you're capable of taking pain. And a lot of times it comes from talking too much and telling them all the pain that you've endured with your last relationship. And then in the last relationship, now they're trying to transform. And like I said, the idealization feels good. Who doesn't want to feel good about themselves? Who doesn't want to be in a relationship where two people, respect each other and they make each other feel good? But you have to remember that no two people are perfect. You may be perfect for that person, but you are not a perfect person, nor are they a perfect person either. You guys kind of fit together like yin and yang, and you should never be exactly alike. Why would you want to date yourself? And see, that is the problem with the narcissist. That's the narcissist has fallen in love with themselves in a mirror. They're in love with themselves. And when they see you, they just transform by mirroring you into you. And you are looking at your own self. You're watching your demeanor. You're listening to your language. They're repeating and mimicking what you're saying and the dreams that you have and what you think what they know or think that you want to hear. And so you're just in love with your own qualities. You're in love with your own characteristic. They're idolizing you and putting you on this pedestal, and all these wonderful things about you. And they're not lying. You're gorgeous, you're handsome, you're smart. Everything that they're saying is correct. But trust you me, you're dealing with a narcissist who does not like competing for attention, who does not like competing for, intelligence or competing with anybody. So think about it. If they're so superficial that they're giving you all the compliments, you think that's going to last forever? No, because they need you to compliment them. They need you to return that. They need you to do that. And if you don't do that, because there's only a matter of time that they're going to flip and flip the switch. How long am I going to idealize you? I'm not, because I'm greater than you. You see what I mean? So everything to them is an illusion. These are truly, truly mentally challenged individuals where they don't have, it's like they're living in the twilight zone. They are completely in their own world, and they're not entering into your world. They're sucking you into their unrealistic world. This is a world that does not, it's like a second dimension, third dimension that does not exist. They've created these illusions and pulled you in there. Even the language that you've adapted is their language to fit into their world. It doesn't exist. It's not real. Let's see. They may say things like, we share the same insecurities. No, they're mimicking you. They're mirroring you. You're so beautiful. They're obsessed with the way, they're not in love with you, they're obsessed with you. And they've been watching you and listening to you. They watch your characteristics, everything about, they literally are obsessed with you. You'll never meet another human being whose comments so frequently on your clothes, your hair, your skin, your pictures, or whatever other superficial quality they choose to focus on that day. At first, these feel like compliments, but if you pay attention, it becomes like, dang, that's all you ever talk about. They can't believe how beautiful or handsome you are. They don't even feel worthy of being your partner. They walk around the park and can't find a person more attractive than you. How is this a compliment? I'm not quite sure. This is what they said. And so, let's see. Going along with the above point of insecurities, you begin returning all this flattery. So you begin to tell them the same thing they're telling you. That's what they want. You want to make sure they feel adequate, that they understand how attractive you think that they are, and that's what they're aiming for. They're giving you all this, but remember, everything that they do, they expect something in return. If I spend all this time complimenting you, my expectation is that you compliment me the same way. And they're overboard with it, and you're not even overboard with it, just completely overboard with it. But they take you to the movies, they take you out to eat, they're calculating in their mind how much money they're spending. If they do nice things for you, they spend money, and they calculate in their mind, because all they're thinking about is you owe them. They're running your tab, running the tab of compliments, running the tab of cash I've spent, running the tabs of the amount of time that I'm spending with you. You should be happy that I'm spending this much time with you, so you owe me. You're obligated to give this back. Let's see. You begin to place your self-esteem into their words because they are so reliably positive, and you can actually feel yourself glowing. Your body goes through changes as your confidence rises with every word. You spend more and more time improving your appearance to keep them impressed. They keep moving the stakes higher and higher and higher and higher to a point where you can't even reach that. They've already started looking for other supply. By the time you figure out they have new supply, you're looking like, what does he have that I don't have? What does she have? Her looks, what does she have that I don't have? What is it that you're attracted to? I can look like that. I used to look like that, or I can do that. I can get surgery and look like that, but the stakes are, they are a black hole. A black hole. You can never fill that hole. Never. No matter what you do. It'll never satisfy them. I've never felt this way in my life. We said that. We're soulmates. Go watch that movie, Narcissistic Soul Ties. Let's see. They love the idea of soulmates. It implies something different than love. It says that there are higher powers at work, that you are meant to be together. It means that they consume your entire being, mind and body alike. It creates a psychotic bond, that trauma bonding, that addiction that lasts long after the relationship has ended. Some of you are going through your addiction. Some of you guys are going through your withdrawals. You're feeling it in your body. Let's see. There's a small part in all of us that longs for a soulmate, the perfect person to complete our lives, someone with whom we can share everything, a lover, a best friend. And there is nothing wrong with that. I cannot stress this point. So psychopaths or narcissists will manipulate your dreams and fantasies, but that does not make them weaknesses. After being discarded by a narcissist, many survivors denounce everything about their past life, raising a permanent guard to protect them from more abuse. So this is the idealization. Let's look and see if there was any other information that I wanted to give you guys. Let's see. I think I've given all the information. There's no more sites that I have. Well, there's one. I'm just going to repeat what this says. Understanding narcissist abuse and what it feels like. But this is narcissist.blogspot.com. Okay, let's look. It says the difference between the beginning phase of a normal relationship and the idealization phase. In a normal relationship, a person is also trying to impress the other person and show himself from his or her best side. So what's the difference? Apart from the fact that the narcissist uses lies and deceptions to impress the other person, the big difference is the goal or objective. What is the goal of the beginning phase of a normal relationship? The goal is a two-way attachment. What is the goal in narcissist attachment? It's a one-way attachment in order to secure narcissistic supply. The narcissist also wants residual benefits and to copy characteristic traits of the victim. Said that, right? Narcissist supplies not only positive narcissist supply, but also negative. So if you don't give them positive feedback, they'll settle for the negative because they're still getting a reaction. So let's see. The idealization phase is very intense, wonderful, and usually much faster than the beginning phase of a normal relationship. And it's completely fake. The good feelings that the target feels during the beginning phase are generated in the target by the narcissist. The good feelings in the target comes from the narcissist monitoring the target's responses closely or reactions closely and giving the target whatever it takes to create these good feelings in him or her. So that is the idealization. So hopefully this has helped you guys to get a better understanding of what the idealization is. Idealization is the beginning phases and the beginning of the love bombing, because they're love bombing you. They idealize you, they love bomb you, and then you're devalued as soon as you connect. As soon as you connect, you're devalued. That's sad, to devalue that's just like buying a car. You know, sooner that you drive it off the lot, it starts decreasing in value, right? Is it decrease in value? It starts, as soon as you ride it off the lot, it decreases in value. And so as soon as they connect with you, you have decreased in value to them. And this is how serious narcissistic personality disorder is. This is how serious it is. These people are very dysfunctional people that pass off in society as very normal, functioning people, and they trick people that don't know. But you guys are getting a lot of education, you're getting a lot of videos, you're teaching yourself, you're learning. So it's becoming a little harder to be tricked and fooled by narcissists, because you guys are starting to pick up the traits, you're starting to pick up the behavior. You know, you can get around a person and like they start talking, it starts to turn you off, it really starts to irritate you because you're learning, you're starting to become more sensitive now. And so hopefully this video has helped you guys this evening. Well, it's evening here. Has helped you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I also would like to mention I have a sponsored advertisement. For those of you, let me read it. For those of you who need access to easy and affordable mental health services or counseling, online counseling, I have partnered with BetterHelp.com /Dr. Carmen. And you can click on that link and you can go register and seek a counselor in your particular area. Many of you guys are looking for counselors. You'll be able to go in and specify exactly what you are looking for. You are able to go in and tell them, hey, do you understand, you don't want to say, well, for some of you, you might want to say, do you understand narcissist abuse? Do you understand parental alienation? Do you understand the effects of narcissist abuse? Do you understand complex post-traumatic stress? You can ask that, when you're searching for the counselors, you have the ability, the power to go and search for what you're looking for. And so I'm going to put the link at the bottom of the video. It is a sponsored link, and it is betterhelp.com /Dr. Carmen. And I'm gonna put the link below so you guys go and register. Tell me how it works, tell me how it goes. Let me know if they've linked you, how they've linked you. But you can find counselors online, licensed counselor in your area online for more assistance for those of you that need access to counselors. Check out the link. I heard it was global. So for those of you that are out of country, go look and see. If that's not true, just let me know. I may have, it may have been a mistake. I did ask, and they said it is global program. So you let me know and check it out. Click on the link. It's going to be right below my video. Check out the link, go register, and go find yourself a counselor. Let me know how it works, okay? And for those of you that have not already, please hit the subscribe button, Dr. Carmen Bryant, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse, and follow me on Facebook. I have a professional page, Psychological Health Consultants and Services. Hit the like. I also have my book Facebook page, which is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Hit the like page. I put the videos on all 3 of the channels, and you guys follow me. My book is, once again, Unmasking the Illusion of Perfection. You guys go check my book out. It's on Amazon.com, and it's also on Barnes & Noble. Those of you out of the country, go to Westbow, who am I with? Oh, Westbow Press. You can go on Westbow Press, and they will send it out of country. Go check it out. These are real stories of real people that have been through narcissist abuse, parents, children, what fathers said to their daughters, how women treated their young boys or how they handled their husbands. But these are real stories. You have professional women, women that were left and had nothing, had to start all over again. The secondary supply and when she became the primary supply and how they handled the former supply. I mean, these are real stories of real people. It is a Christian book. And so those of you that are not Christian or not believers, take the principles out of this book, because you will find yourself in this book. And I just provide encouragement, biblical encouragement, but you will find yourself in this book. Share the book, give it to your teenagers, because you don't know, your teenagers are going through this as well. And once again, I thank you guys. For those of you that have inquired about giving, I have the links right underneath. My PayPal and Cash App is right underneath the video. Thank you guys so much. I am right now working with Patreon, and I'm creating a Patreon site so that it will be a paid subscription where I give you more. I'm developing videos, educational videos, to put on a program there, educational videos that is only for those that are subscribers. They will have special access to me. I will reach out to those that are subscribers. You subscribe to, well, just wait till I put it out. I'll let you know when I launch, but it is a fee. It's $29.99 to subscribe to Patreon. And when you subscribe, as I look through the subscribers, don't be surprised. Make sure when you do subscribe, you leave me your address and you leave me your phone number on there as well. And I will be reaching out to people just to say hello. So you are a subscriber, you're going to get special treats. You will get special behind the scenes, back door with me. You don't be surprised. I pick up the phone and call you and check on you and see how you're doing. I'm going to be putting educational videos on there that are just for the subscribers. For the subscribers, when you pay the price of being, a part of this and it's coming out of your pocket, I'm going to pay the price and make sure I pick up the phone and call you. I send you emails. I talk to you. You will have special opportunities to ask questions. When I get up to, I said 1,000 patrons, then I will start interviewing some of you guys. I will ask you if you'd like to be interviewed, and we will record. Obviously, I might be able to record with you in the corner. I'll figure out how to do that, how to record, have you on the screen if you want to be on the screen. If not, I have you on caller. I'm working on my microphones right now so that when I do talk to you, when we do, if I do an interview with you, at least people are able to hear you when I do the recording. So I'm doing a lot of things. I'm looking at the podcast now, and trying to develop the podcast. As I'm developing the podcast, I'm trying to write my book. And so there's a lot of things that I'm working on right now. That's why I wasn't able to come on yesterday, because I still have a full-time private practice that I'm running with clients that come in, and I will show you my desk, thousands of papers that I have to file and submit, and insurance companies, that's how we do as private practitioners. But I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Every day you guys come and support me. Make sure you also go support my mentor, Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper, and subscribe to her channel, share her channel. Thank you guys so much for your support. You guys go be great.